Welcome to the Gentleman's Weekly. I'm Keith Johnson.
I'm Rob Smallwood.
The new and improved Rob Smallwood. I'm going to take a brief second to call out my haters. Today, I bought this jacket. It's a motherfucking varsity duster. Niggas ain't even on varsity dusters yet. And I put it on Instagram.
Why are you coming in with some...
Bro, because I had ops today, bro.
Bro.
Omid Singh is an op. Voted no.
Wow.
Cousin Tino voted no.
I had
Demi
no idea
York
this was gonna happen.
voted no. Angela voted no. Jane voted no. Sarah voted no. This is a different Sarah. Tatiana Gucci, my twin, voted no. Joe actually said, this looks like this jacket is two Robs stacked up to make one.
No,
keep.
he did not.
Yes, that was hurtful. Crystal, why are you an op? Laura, you're an op. Olivia, op. Eric, he said it makes my arms look like T-Rex
First
arms.
off, why did I get attacked?
I don't know, man.
Who said that?
Joe.
Joe who?
Our Joe.
Yo.
Man.
That's trash,
But
bro.
I bought it.
You
Despite the odds,
It's a hard jacket,
It's
though.
so hard.
It really is.
It's so hard. Let me show you the outfit, though. Look, remember the hat? Fucking, you see, it says soul. Bro, I'm locked in, bro. Y'all not stopping me going in 2023 hard.
I'm mad you just fired it on all those people.
Yeah, man, you got to call
You're
out
supposed to
your
let
ops.
me know I can be on your side.
I'm sorry.
That was the wrong way to go about it. I could have been like on the side, like, yeah.
No, that was my that
Blat,
was on me, man.
I could have got you with the ad libs and everything.
That was on me. I had to let them know. I'm feeling like Blade right now, the Blade of comedy. You know what I mean?
See, this is what happens when you compliment your homie's outfit. He then now has the strength to stand there and cuss people out on
Your
camera.
jacket's hard too, bro.
I appreciate it.
No one
though.
stopped you though.
No one, because they know better.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All that energy I had before of like, don't say nothing to him.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna dissipate now because I'm so like locked in and
I'm
different.
So we have a recap to talk about. You did shrooms.
I did shrooms, bro.
And here's you did them hard, like you went in because you didn't talk to me for 2 weeks. I actually thought something was wrong. I was like, did I say something to him?
No.
But you were locked in going into the week of shrooms.
Yeah.
And then just processing the week after.
You have to understand, like, we were close already. We're really close now.
Bro,
we went like
I saw you as a baby. I saw everything. I saw your soul, bro.
Bruh, it was I went dark on everything. Comedy, I just focused on work. I was just like, because you're regrouping everything.
Yeah.
Right? Life lessons, everything, all kind of just changed because of drugs. Yo, the DARE program is a sham.
It's a sham, bro.
Do drugs, bro. Do them.
See?
All of them.
What? Okay, so let's start from the beginning. We went out to get shrooms. I bought a large amount of shrooms. You're supposed to take an eighth.
First off, explain to them what you explained to me after the fact.
So you're supposed to do an eighth of shrooms. I don't know the math of that, but I did the math somehow. Whatever the eighth is, let's just say it's point. I don't know, 0.2. Rob did 0.5. Whatever. He did double the amount, and I was giving him these little fat suckers.
Nigga, I did the ugliest shroom. Like, it was so disgusting. Like, and I remember, like, picking it up, and him, like, you looking at me, knowing you put it in my...
And then you just stuffed it in the donut with your thumb and then just ate it. But you and I had the same moment because when I was sorting through the mushrooms to weigh them out, I had this little fat sucker. It looked like a thumb. It had like a thumb with a little nub at the end. Had a thick base and a little head. And I was like, ugh. And then I was about to put it in don't touch the mic. I was about to put it in my pile, and I was like, nah, this is for Rob. And then you gave the shroom the same look.
It's don't look right.
And then you just stuffed it in and just ate it. We actually went to the beach, but it was raining.
Yeah.
We had a Truman Show moment,
bro.
right?
NPCs are out there. I know. Listen,
Bro,
this woman does not exist any other time and place except the moment we were there. It was almost like he was trying to snatch me out of the Matrix. You know that moment when Neo has to make a choice between the red and the blue pill? That was my moment. I was the one. And the Matrix sent a glitch to stop me from leaving.
saw that Agent Smith.
She
came out of nowhere.
Nowhere,
she
bro.
was a bridge
She
troll,
literally just appeared
and then
with a flashlight, bro. With a flashlight. And she hopped off of that step.
Yeah.
And was like, what are you doing?
She tried to hem me up, and I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, what?
The stare off? The stare off between...
It was like Diddy and that one guy where they were just looking at each other. And then like so she was literally a bridge troll.
Yeah.
I compared it to the Truman Show where they go to the beach and then like people start magically appearing. We weren't even high yet, okay? So then she's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, what are you doing here? And she's like, well, you're here at the beach with two girls. She thought you were a woman.
Which was wild. That's when I started to realize like, oh, something's glitching right now.
Yeah, something's happening.
Her code was off.
And then she was like, I was like, what are you doing here? And she was like, well, I'm looking for my daughters. And I was like, why are your daughters here? She was like, I don't know. And I was like, well, good luck finding them. And she's like, I'm always looking for somebody. Yeah.
And I like, when he said, I hope you find them, she goes, well, I'm always looking for somebody. She stopped. Like she didn't move anywhere. She stopped. We turned our backs. We started walking. I turned around. Bitch was gone.
She was gone, bro.
Gone.
NPCs
we
were not
real.
high yet.
We're not even high. That shit was wild.
And then we go to the beach.
He said, I deal with this every day.
Bro, I deal with 5 NPCs a day, dog. 5 NPCs a day, dog. It's ridiculous.
Doesn't make any sense.
I'm glad you got to witness that because now you know what I deal with. Yeah. I be. That's why I need this, bro. So niggas will leave me alone. It was
wild,
bro.
Now, the crazy part is, he wanted us outside. You wanted to do it outside, so I could be one with nature. And for the most part, I saw why I would have needed to be.
Yeah,
but it was cold and rainy. And I saw you swallow your pride, which I respected.
I took the L.
You were like, this ain't it. We should go.
Because it started raining, magically raining in Southern California.
Again.
Okay.
Matrix.
And then we went underneath the little like
we look homeless.
Lifeguard
We look
thing.
homeless at that moment.
And then I was like, nah, this ain't it. But we had already taken them 5 in.
All of them.
So we took all of them.
All the shrooms, we had them that night.
And then I was like, look, we have a window to get home safely. Let's get home. And we went home.
Bruh, nah, you're not going to skip this part. This shit was wild. So my girl's driving, and it's me and Keith, and it hit Keith first. Man.
Oh, that shit was hit. Yeah, that shit didn't hit me
Man, Keith, listen, my dog is funny. But this night was on another... I don't think I breathed for 20 minutes on that car ride back. When you said the passenger seat is making me feel vulnerable right now, why do I have a Prius? Why am I
driving there? I was like, I love my car. Priuses are so cool. Because I was in the driver's seat. I was like, personally, I think drug dealers should get Priuses because you don't get pulled over by the cops, which is a great fucking idea.
It's a great idea.
And then on the way back, I was in the passenger seat and I was so vulnerable. I was like, oh, this ain't it. Like, I feel scared. I was like, because the Prius is a very soft car. Like, you're going to die if I ever get in an accident, I'm going to die. I'm in the passenger seat and I'm like, bro, this is why girls be arguing with me. Because they don't feel safe.
When you started, you were laughing so hard. I started laughing, but then you laughed to a point where it looked like you were going in between crying and laughing. And I was like,
I forgot about that.
I was laughing too hard, but I was like, if I ask him if he's okay, I'm gonna lose this.
Dog, because it all hit me. I was like, bro, why do I make the choices that I make?
This nigga said, we are just in the way. Women would just be great if they didn't have to ride shotgun in a Prius.
Dog, I make women, every woman that's ever driven in my Prius, I apologize. This shit ain't it. I'm getting a fucking truck or something. I'm sorry.
It's the greatest moment of my life.
I make women do so much just for them to love. Like, they just want my love. And I'm like, get in the side of a Prius. Like, it's driving in the passenger side of a Prius. You know those motorcycles with the little car?
Yeah.
That's what it's like. I was like, yo, I feel so fucking vulnerable right now. And I'm like, I'm making this bitch drive in the fucking passenger side.
Shit. Oh.
We make women do so. This is first lesson of shrooms. We make women do so much for our love, and we don't need to do that. We just need to stop. Like, women just want to love us, bro, and we be like, I want to do weird shit to you, and because they want our love, we're like, okay, yeah, but let me get in the Prius. Let me put my fingers in weird holes. Let me do weird shit to you that I made up in my head. But here's the thing, y'all just take that shit. Why do y'all do? Y'all don't need to do that.
So
we can
wild.
just love you. But so I apologize to everyone. You know, just y'all didn't need to do that. So then,
we got back.
We got home, and then it started raining again.
Raining hard.
Yeah,
it didn't make sense.
No,
but that's when it started to hit me, like hard. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know how we got to where we got to.
Mm-mm.
Walls were moving. You had the whole, what's that Keanu Reeves movie with Al Pacino? Devil's Advocate. You know, when he's in his father's office and the ceiling starts to move and shit? That's exactly what was happening.
Okay. So walls, and that's why I don't like going inside, just because you get weird shit like that versus like nature.
But at the same time, it was kind of cool because while the like walls were breathing, your tree, that shit it just started opening up.
Okay.
Almost as like, just stay calm.
Okay.
Everything's fine. Also, you having multiple carpets in your apartment, very soothing.
Textures, man.
Textures
it's all
help
about
everything.
textures.
Textures help.
See,
everything.
this is okay. So this is where I do it for the ladies. Women love texture. Okay, so it's like if you go out with a girl and y'all go get boba, she may not like boba, right? Textures. Mark got textures too, but she'll be like, I don't like the texture of boba. You always have to make sure your textures are correct.
Yeah.
And I make sure. I made sure my apartment is peaceful as fuck.
It is.
So I was grateful that we had a wonderful Schumer experience because that meant I made, my apartment peaceful.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was nice. It was definitely nice. I had a lot of wild thoughts, a lot of memories that I didn't even remember. That shit was wild. You remember the Cisco stuff I was talking about?
Yeah.
That shit was.
Cisco doesn't have a last name.
I got mad. I was starting to get mad that Cisco, who doesn't have a last name, tried me. And he wasn't famous enough anymore to have just the first name.
Yeah.
That's a last name ass nigga at that point. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, had he come out and been like, this is my last name, Cisco could have went on a second ride.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's what I figured out.
You saw him live in his ego instead of having an ego death.
Exactly.
And then while that was happening, we were watching Usher have a second round. This is the second lesson.
I forgot about that.
Usher's gay. Yo, Usher is so gay. He is a gay man, and it like
skating,
bro. First of all, he skates during his concerts, but bro, Usher had one of the most prolific NPR Tiny Desk.
He did.
Beautiful.
He did. He was definitely singing to his backup dancer.
And then we look at it again, and this nigga has his whole ensemble, which is all niggas. They're all dressed in BDSM, like, black. At first, I thought it was just normal black. Like, when niggas come in black, like, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Then I'm looking closer. I'm like, oh, this is BDSM. They're all Usher is their
And
little
leathered
like
up.
slave boy, and then they just like, and then you see like he's making like eye contact with him, and they're just like singing back and forth to each other, and you're like,
oh yeah, they definitely into some shit.
Usher's whole career
Mhm.
was him being like, your girl wants me, but I don't want her. I just want to be with my boys. And I missed it the whole time.
You don't have to call. It's okay.
Okay, girl, because I'm going to be all right tonight. He doesn't want to be with you. He wants to be with his boys. Confessions. He's telling you
That's
he
a whole
accidentally got a girl pregnant.
That's a whole
He's
album.
a leather daddy. There we go. Yes, that's what he is. I was like, yo. At first I thought it was just black, but I was like, yo, this nigga's a leather daddy.
That shit was wild. But it's funny because like when you're just like in the club or you in the car, wherever you listen to Usher, you're consuming it as just a consumer. You're not thinking about the lyrics, right? You're not thinking about the posture of it. But when you're high,
you hear
and that nigga's on a screen with a Blade outfit on.
Yeah. A different kind of Blade outfit.
A much different type of Blade outfit. And the lyrics are
And he did this.
You don't have to watch this.
Bro. Dog, he tricked us the whole time.
The whole time. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl. I'm gonna be all right tonight. Hey, he's saying it. He's telling us right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
No subliminals.
Nope.
He's saying what he said. That's crazy.
Don't bring your girl around me, true player.
For real.
Don't bring your girl around me. He's telling you, like, hey, man, I don't want you. Just bring you. Bring you. Leave your girl at home. Bring you. True player, for real. Ask Pharrell. No girls in the studio.
None. We have no girls.
And
only dudes. Shirtless.
I had a moment because I was like, bro, I've been like trying to be this level of saucy the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized like, I'm not a gay man, so I can't compete with gay niggas. So then I had a moment of like, am I not it? I was like, oh shit. Because he's been it the whole time. And I was like, nah, I'm just a different it. And I had to accept that in that moment. So I was going through another thing. Through it.
Oh, okay.
Then I checked back in with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're laying on the floor.
Yeah.
And I could see your walls melting down.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was trying to say the words I love you.
Man, it took you a long time.
It took me a long time. He said, no, don't say that. Don't say that.
Bro, because you were like, see, what it is the way you make me feel is like.
I said I want to beat you up.
Oh yeah. Bro, you look at Camilla, you're like, hey yo, you got a round face. I want to beat you up. And I was like, bro, you are doing everything but just saying, I love you. That's all you had to say.
Why do you want to beat me up? And I said, because you make me feel good, and that means I don't have control over my body. So I got to cause you harm and heal you so that you are now feeling that towards me. I need the power back. That was my thought process.
Yeah, I remember that. You said you wanted to hurt her so you could heal her.
Mm-hmm.
And then you realize, no, the world is hurting her. You have to protect her.
Exactly.
So you became a protector and a lover.
All in one, bro.
All in one.
Wild.
Yeah.
Fucking wild,
your
bro.
Your walls went down, and I honestly got to witness that.
Bruh. I think I have the best, like, rom-com for a man script.
Yeah.
When I was, like, talking, all I kept hearing you say was, yo, just say the words. And I said what I said, and you walked in. You literally came in the frame. You're like, nah, don't say that.
Because you finally said I love you, but it just didn't. It was like missing the nuance of what you needed.
Yeah.
And what I realized you needed was, and Mark, we might have to do like an intercut of this YouTube thing. But like, so while he's figuring out love, the fucking aliens are talking to me, telling me who did it. And guess what? It's who you thought did it. And so I'm like, bro, they did it they fucking did it the whole time. So I'm over here like solving the fucking world issue. I'm solving world issues.
Not world issues, okay? Not our world issues, world issues.
World issues since the beginning of time. And I'm like, bro, it's been them the whole fucking time. Bro, okay. So while that's happening, the fucking zeitgeist is trying to intercept my focus to get to the other side, right? So they're sending ads my way. They're sending all these rain.
So much rain.
Every time I would talk about it, it would
start rain and rain like, hard.
So I'm like going, bomb, bomb, bomb. Aliens are trying to stop me, right? Bomb, bomb, bomb. I'm going. And then they got me. Because I don't know what I put, but I was like, SU, and it was like, sucky now, mommy. And it's a video of a message. We'll intercut and play it, but it's just it's someone messaging a woman, and they're like, milk now, give me milk, please, mommy, I need milk.
Need sucky now, mommy.
Mommy's milk.
And it's just begging the girl to give him milk.
Milky's mommies.
Bye, mommy.
Milky's mommies.
I need sucky now, mommy. And then the voice gets deeper and more demonic as you go on.
When it got demonic, that's what I was like, I don't think I like this.
Bro. And what it was is it was a man's request for love.
Yeah.
And I realized that's what your love is. You need milkies.
It's crazy how we were on opposite sides and we fucking collided at that
Because I'm trying to solve the world issue. I'm hearing you in the back be like, see, what happens is because your fucking face is so round, you're getting mad. And I'm like, oh, here's what Rob needs. So like the alien sent me Rob's answer while I'm trying to solve the world's issue. I'm literally saving the world. And then I'm like, oh, this is what Rob needs here. And then gave it to you. Bam. And that's what you needed. You just needed milkies. And you get frustrated when you don't get the milkies. So then you go, I need sucky milkies now. And that solved your guys' problem immediately.
Speaking of the floor, I don't know how many floors I laid on that night. I laid on the kitchen floor.
Yeah.
Laid on the dining room floor. Laid on the living room floor. It was something about the couch. I was just sinking.
Yeah, you would sink in.
Wild.
Different spots, man. You just need different spots. To lay in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very prolific. Very prolific night. They always tell you, like, when you do shrooms, to go in and have like a plan, like something that you're trying to attack or change.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for me, I was talking about the energy some people will bring when they're just being disruptive, right?
Yeah.
They don't understand the great idea that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So their act is just to disrupt, right? I think I walked out of that experience learning that sometimes you don't need people to understand your great idea. You need to just execute the idea and let people catch up.
Yeah.
And that's what it is to be great.
Yeah.
And that's what I walked away with.
That's beautiful.
So everything dissipated. I don't really have stress anymore. You know, I don't really shit's gonna happen when it happens. And that's gonna happen when people catch up.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a crazy idea.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Either way, it's gonna happen. You're either gonna be on board now, or you're gonna be on board later.
Yeah.
That's how great of an idea it is.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I would have never got to that,
no.
Because I was too much of why aren't people understanding it?
Yeah.
Why don't they get it? That's why Kanye need to do shrooms, bro.
Nah, he lives there, bro.
Does he?
Yes.
Because I feel I guess the aspect of what was keeping me and holding me back was ego, right? The idea of this idea is great. Tell me I'm great. Come along with me. Versus just being hey, I got a great idea. You in? No? All right.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and do the idea.
Well, you got to think what were some of your hangups going in? Like, what were some of the thoughts you had being like, I'm doing shrooms, what's going to happen to me?
My fear is that I was going to tell Camille that I didn't want to be with her.
Okay.
That was
So
fear
you're
number
going to
one.
lose love.
I was going to lose love. I was also afraid that I would like spiral, because there's times that like we all go through it, like especially in comedy and entertainment. If you're not getting what you have been putting into it, or it's not directly coming back to you in the way that you're putting into it, you start to spiral. You're like,
Right.
am I even good enough?
Right.
Am I ever going to be good enough?
Right.
Right. So I was afraid of that gutter that I like, I'll fill up and then I'll be like, all right, it's time to drain it, move on. I was afraid I would lose that ability.
Okay.
So those are my two things. And then the third, I grew up with my mom being an addict.
Okay.
So I was afraid of like having all this pensive, angry, fearful energy towards a drug would then position me to just end up like her.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So basically it was losing love and losing control. Those are the two
Gotcha.
things.
And you found love and you gained control.
Mm-hmm.
It was the opposite of what you feared.
Crazy.
Yeah. I think most people are afraid of doing shrooms or LSD because of the government. And this, I know that sounds like a conspiracy, but it's not. So there was an experiment where the government was giving people LSD and shrooms, and then it began to spread, right? People started doing it naturally. And what ended up happening is people stopped signing up for the military to go to war because they were finding love. So then they came up with a program to now like make it seem like drugs will make you crazy. Drugs will make you do this. But like, and that's where like the DARE program came from. And say no to drugs, say no to dope, whatever was Reagan's. Yeah. All that from like the hippie era, like all of that put like a dead halt on like psychedelics, and now it's starting to circle back into like, oh, it heals depression. It gets you like recalibrated in life versus alcohol or even weed. You know what I mean? So those fears were like embedded in us from society. Like this is from American society. And then you get over it and you're like, oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's literally it. It was thank you.
Yeah.
It was a good reset.
I'm glad you had that. That's why Kanye's frustrated, because there's so many people with those fears that he can't bring them up. That nigga lives there. That nigga will make a beat. If you listen to his beat on shrooms.
So that was the other thing. When we were listening to his music, I gained a huge appreciation. Music, I'm saying music-wise. I'm not talking about his free thinking, but I am saying his music, that shit was sent from God.
Yeah. He makes it up there and sends it from down there.
Yeah.
What I learned, because I didn't do as much as you, but I did more than an eighth. I was normal. Like, I was having fun. I was high, but I wasn't tripping balls, right? I was there. I was present the whole time. There are moments before, like when I've done it, where I'm like, I have no control over my body. I'm just out.
Yeah.
Right? And I've done less. So, like, either my tolerance is higher or I'm getting used to being up there where I'm like, oh, let me show you. So it was cool for me, because I felt like for the first time I was like, oh, like I can show people around. I'm like, oh yeah, you got to check out here. Like watch what happens when we do this, and then we just start laughing uncontrollably. So like I had control for the first time. As like a guide, and that was a fun experience, because you didn't have any like super dark shit that you had to go through.
I didn't. So that was the other thing, is like I was afraid I was like something dark was gonna happen.
Right.
I had the best. It was like going to a theme park.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
It's like a little Dr. Seuss theme park.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was, man. That was not. I didn't have a bad trip at all. There was no low for me.
No, even if you're having a lull, it's just getting over a fear that you're fighting. So if you're like, I don't want to lose her, then you would start having like darker images and shit like that. But then once you let go of that, you're like, oh.
I think what ended up happening, and the reason why I didn't even go there, is because she was driving, but you and I were having like just a childlike moment.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no coming back from that.
No.
She saw me like, when I say I laughed, I giggled.
Yeah.
Like giggled, bro. That was like, you're like, if you leave, whatever.
Yeah.
This is the highest I've ever, like,
Right.
I'm happy. Like, this
Yeah.
is happy. So once she saw that, I was just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know?
You felt safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
You feel safe in the back of the Prius. That's where, which is where we started laughing. Passenger side, you feel vulnerable.
When you said you felt vulnerable, I was in the back and I was like, man, fuck this seatbelt. This is fun.
I had a seatbelt and I was like tight the whole time.
And
I was
you
like,
kept crossing your arms
Uh-huh.
and then resetting. I kept seeing you fight the vulnerability.
because there'd be cars like we'd go boom, boom. We're just expanding into the open space and then closing. And I was like, bro, I gotta like compose myself. So I was trying to keep my arms in the car so they wouldn't fall off. I was like, bro, I'm not losing an arm today.
That shit was wild. Yeah, man.
It was beautiful.
It was a beautiful night. It was a beautiful night. Listen to any of our listeners out there, get your best friend and go do shrooms on a wet beach.
Oh, that's it.
Just go do it. Life will tell you where you need to go after that. If you want to stay there, stay there. Hopefully you meet a troll like we did. The whole experience was just beautiful. Man, what a wild night. I feel like that's going to top the birth of my kid.
Yeah, there's not.
It'll be drugs.
It's like this shit ain't nothing, bro. Unless you do shrooms while your kid's being born. That's gonna be a wild experience. Man.
Do you remember at one point I turned to Camille and I go, listen, I just need you to understand I'm gonna love you, but I'm also gonna do hood rat things with my friends.
Yeah.
And at that moment, you were literally dancing in the background. You were just swaying.
Oh yeah, that's when we threw on Emoji Heap.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you see that? Wherever I go, he's coming.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? And she's like,
Yeah.
I accept you. I accept both of you for who you are. And I was like, we're going to get married.
Yeah.
But just know that he'll be the one that makes me late to the wedding.
Yeah, you're gonna be late for the wedding. Bro.
She was like, I get it. I was like, all right, cool. That's what drugs do, bro.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
Yeah, man. We found it, and I'm glad you got to the other side.
Yeah. It's about to be a hell of fun.
Yeah.
Life is about to get wild.
You're on the other side. It's limitless at
Yeah,
this
it
point.
really
You
is.
just-
I feel like Bradley Cooper.
At the end, where
At
you're
the
like,
end.
bro, you don't need the drug anymore. You can just go like, at most you do it like 2 or 3 times, but like by the third time you're like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need it.
Yup.
Like,
It was definitely.
fucking solve it, bro.
I'm glad we didn't have a lot of people with us.
Yeah.
I will say that. I'm happy it was just us because that's what we needed.
3 energies was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
It was just like
Because
one guide, one safety net, and
Mm-hmm.
then you going through it, and then
that shit
bada
was,
bing, bada boom, bro.
bro, colors were wild. The wall,
Oh, you saw the Louis Vuitton print too.
So I saw that.
Yeah.
So I saw that, and it was crazy, bro. It was crazy because when you said it, was keeping that to myself. I was like, "Oh, you're tripping. No one's gonna know what you're talking about." As soon as you said it, I was like, "I saw it too."
Yeah, that's why luxury brands are luxury brands, because whoever designed it,
It was-
fucking was zooted on acid,
Yeah.
and they're like, they just remembered that design, and they're
Yes.
like, boop, 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 and it's just like
Yup.
ancient symmetry or whatever,
Mhm.
the Pythagorean, whatever the math, Fibonacci sequence. They just do it and then put LV, but you literally see Louis Vuitton
It is.
going that way, and you're just like floating through it.
And it was like it sprouted into a dragon. It was just
Yeah.
wild.
hell yeah.
There was that, and then we were watching the Tiny Desk. I think it was around my like 3rd trip. Everything started to look cartoonish,
yeah.
except the singer. Everybody else was a cartoon. The bear that was in the screen was moving. It was wild.
Also, circling back to Usher, we gotta stop listening to dudes, bro. We gotta start listening to women. That was the other thing. Who was that woman that was singing that was so graceful? Was it Tim's?
It was Tim.
Bro, she was so fucking
Yeah.
beautiful, and she,
The whole set.
bro, her, yeah,
The whole thing. And then you had Usher up there in demon leather.
Just having wild gay sex,
Just
bro.
so
That
much.
nigga was doing it, bro, right in front of us.
Why did he have this pierced too? It didn't make any sense.
Because he likes to be pulled by his ears.
Wow.
Just-
Yeah. Them niggas gay.
Yeah. But
Gay.
Tim's.
By the way, nothing's wrong with gay people. We're just saying, like, if you're gonna be gay, be gay.
Yeah.
Just be
all the
gay.
way.
Don't be.
Poor Usher. He can't be who he wants.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
What is he? 40?
I mean, he is doing what he wants to do. He just
But
can't
behind
do it
closed
out
doors.
loud.
Yeah, I guess
He
that's
comes
true.
from an era, man. We're from the era where we get to like be comfortable with who you are
Mm,
and allow others to be comfortable with who you are. It's
That is
like
true.
that's what it is, man.
that's wild.
Yeah.
What a wild night.
Very wild night.
Usher gay as shit.
Dog.
You remember when we were watching Usher? I did get upset that my aunt flew out to go see Usher.
Oh yeah.
Didn't fly out here to see me do
You were
stand-up.
hurt.
I was hurt. And you were like, nigga, Usher has full albums. He's got whole songs. She's not gonna fly out here to watch you do 7 minutes.
No, she made the right choice. She made the right choice by going to see Usher instead of you.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly. You were like, and we should quit and go see Usher too.
You should have went. I want to go see Usher, bro. He kills it. Like he has a Vegas show where he's like skating around
yeah.
and dancing and shit. He's undeniable.
Instantly. That was such a quickest solve.
Yeah.
I was such a quick solve in my life.
Just bam.
Do drugs,
No
bro.
more resentment towards your aunt.
None.
Like it's like,
You
bro, you
man.
look at her now, you be like, bro, you saw Usher.
Yeah.
You saw Usher in Vegas.
Yeah. Skating.
Skating.
Damn. And he ain't want nothing to do
Versus
with
a
you.
7-minute set at the Comedy Chateau. Fuck that. Go see Usher. If there's ever a time where you get to see me or Usher,
Go see
go
Usher.
see that nigga. Go see him. Go see Usher 10 out of 10 times. Then we played Elton John.
Which is,
That's a free gay man right there.
but the thing I loved about that Elton John moment is like that is the pinnacle.
Yeah, it was 1980 New York Central Park. He had like a fucking crazy suit on. He had like the train conductor suit.
The piano
That's
solo.
See, they're both ushers. They're both like taking people on rides,
yes.
right? They're both
yeah.
conductors or ushers.
But Elton John mastered.
Bro, that
Mastered
nigga's
it.
saucy.
That
nigga's saucy, bro.
he made my heart flutter. That shit was amazing.
There's a moment in Benny and the Jets
Mm-hmm.
where he's just like just going the fuck in. We'll do some inner cuts so you could see it,
Yeah.
but it's just like he's going in, and you know Benny and the Jets is coming. Dun, but he's just playing
Yup.
with it. He's just like playing with your clip. You're like, yeah,
And then bow.
and then bow. I'm like, bro, he did that to me. I don't like how that made me feel, but I accept it.
It was a beautiful.
Yeah.
It felt like we were there.
Yeah.
Like we were experiencing. That's what's so great about the internet. You can experience shit outside of your time.
Yeah.
That was a great moment. It felt like we were there. Now I want to go see Elton John.
Yeah. I missed it. We got to go see him in London or some shit.
Yeah.
He's on the back end of the tour.
I'll follow. I'll do that.
All right.
That's a trip.
Yeah. Go see Elton John.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna die. This is your aunt saw Usher before he died. Because Usher's gonna die when he's like 55, 60.
Yeah.
So it's like that. This is his.
You
run.
think that early?
Yeah. Because he's in the wild shit, bro. It's gonna be an accident. He's gonna be on some like fucking leather fucking wheel upside down, and there's too much blood that's gonna go in his head. He's gonna do some weird shit.
And then we're gonna lose Usher.
Yeah.
That'll be crazy.
He's gonna be choking on a belt, and he's like, "Did Usher commit suicide?" Nah, bro. He was in some weird shit, bro.
He was in some weird sex cult.
Yeah, that was a sex cult.
It
Dog,
felt
just
like,
go back and watch it from a new. Just
Yeah.
keep what I'm saying in mind, and then watch the NPR. Tiny
it definitely
Desk.
felt like they either all just fucked each other or right after they were gonna fuck each other.
Yeah, they probably waited till after because they were like, man, like the build up.
Yeah.
Of like,
Yeah. But I also felt like, so out of the two backup singers, I think it was the one that was closest to us had the connection with Usher,
and the other one didn't.
and the other one was like bothered.
Yeah,
He was just like,
yeah. Because it was on TV. It was
yeah,
televised.
and
Like,
he had to like keep it cool, but he
he's
was
the
also
number-
like,
he's the side bitch.
yeah. He was like,
Mhm.
I thought this was supposed to be about me.
Yeah.
And they started having that like, yeah, back and forth.
Yeah.
He was like, this one for you, and then turned to him and went, and you.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all.
That's a good
gay.
ass song, Superstar.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
What a time.
Yep.
What a fucking time.
So now what? You're just gonna make shit?
Yeah, I feel like that's, I mean, you know, we have the show that our group is working on, which I'm excited about. Finding a venue is hard, but I feel like it'll happen at the place it's supposed to happen. And I think there's a show that needs to be created about our relationship, including George, and just that bond, and then me like trying to like let myself be happy in a relationship.
That's it.
And that draw between like my homies are still my homies and they want me around, but me being like, I gotta grow up.
Yeah.
You know? But that finding that space between growing up and still being a kid.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
And I think it's like the best relationships are when you're able to be a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been in relationships where I'm just a kid and we do adult shit as kids and figure it out. Those are the best. There's some relationships that just didn't work because I'm like, oh, I'm not comfortable with my kid being around you.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I got to be an adult all the time. Like that's not going to be
It's
fun.
not fun.
No. Or
not
vice
fun.
versa. There's times where like the girl's kid is out and like my adult's out. So then she just goes back in and I'm like, oh yeah, that's my bad. But like once you're both able to have like each other's kids out and then your souls are playing, then you got to run.
Yep.
You got to go all in.
That's it.
And then leave it all on the table. And then at the end of the day, you know.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it was that. And then there's just a whole bunch of, I feel like I have like a different avenue to my jokes now. I feel like it's giving me like a different air about my personality or where I want it to be on versus like how I see myself on stage versus who I am on stage. I think it's finally going to meld.
Okay.
I think that'll be different.
I think your edge is going to go away.
Yeah.
And that will allow you to see things from different perspectives that you haven't been able to see because you soften that edge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you know how corny this is? They always say love is the answer.
It really is.
It's been right in front of us the whole time.
The entire time, bro.
Yep. Love is the answer.
You gotta trade your Prius in.
I was thinking about what kind of car I want. It has to be like, cause I could have just got a Camry like every other nigga, but I'm such a nonconformist. But maybe I just need to go with the flow sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I could be unique and then just get a Camry. You know what I mean? And then put like dice in the mirror so you know it's me, or just I don't know. But knowing me, cause like look, even today I just made the choice. I could have got a normal Letterman jacket. But I'm like, I want a Letterman duster, because I'm Blade, and that's what it is me. I don't remember what movie it was, but there was a white dude and a black dude on a train, and I think they were trying to stop the train from being robbed or something. It was like Speed or like Money Train or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And they had trench coats, and I've always wanted a fucking trench coat. And then today, this is what I'm doing. This is why I was at the store. I had to like, I've been feeling depressed, so I just cleaned out my entire house, got all the like old clothes, all the junk out my house, and just threw it all away.
Yeah.
And then took clothes to see how swaggy I was to Buffalo Exchange. Because I wanted to be like, yo, I'm a swaggy nigga.
Right.
If Buffalo Exchange buys my shit. And they did. They bought a lot of my shit. So I'm doing good for the city of Los Angeles. I'm donating my swag to the city. But then I saw this and I was like, this is the first thing I saw when I walked in. I was like, bro, that shit's hard. And then I saw another fucking like an actual trench coat.
Yeah.
A Canali joint. And I was like, all right, I got to get both of these. And then the amount that I got back was the cost of both these coats. I was crazy. Like, that's God.
It is.
That's God.
That is.
Trade in the old and then bring in the new.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm gonna get a new car because I have to have a car that fits,
Yeah.
the fucking 2.0 version of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
That makes sense.
So the Prius got me. I bought the Prius because I was like, I'm a comic and I have to get to where I need to get to and have reliability. But now it's like, you got sauce. You know what I mean? And then not get a weird car. So whatever, I'm going to get the fucking normal car, but it's going to be.
Bro, if you pull up in a PT Cruiser, bro.
It might be a Volvo. It might be like a Volvo like SUV or some shit like that.
That's not bad.
Safety.
Yeah.
5-star safety rating.
Yeah.
SUV, you get the fucking side airbags, bro. I'm going to make sure whoever's in my passenger seat is safe because I've been leaving people unsafe. And, that's a lesson I needed to learn, Just leaving people vulnerable. That's not. PTs are for strippers. True.
True. Yo, you remember the dude when we were getting the donuts? That was like,
oh shit, that weird ass nigga, dog. Bro, that was another NPC.
It was.
He wasn't real.
That shit was. That's true because when he walked outside, he didn't get into a vehicle.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He literally just walked and then was gone.
Dog, I keep telling you.
That shit was.
I don't live in this world, dog. So many weird niggas.
For our viewers, right before we wrap up, what ended up happening is we were getting snacks to down the shrooms, and we're standing in line.
Get donuts, because I've tasted a whole bunch of different things to eat shrooms with. You
Donuts.
stuff them in the donuts and then eat them. You don't taste the thing.
You don't taste anything. This dude is standing. He wasn't even buying anything.
No,
that's the other thing. He wasn't even buying anything. He was just there,
bro.
He literally said, "You look like a rapper. You look like a rapper I just saw." Who was it? It was Nipsey Hussle, and you go, Nipsey's dead.
He's like, no, he's not.
It's
like, he's dead, bro. No, he's dead. He's like, nah, man. What's that black rap? He kept saying black rapper.
That was so weird, because like,
we already know.
You don't say
rapper.
Yeah, just say rapper. And if it's not a black rapper, you say white rapper. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how that goes.
Just a double black. Yeah, I don't know.
What would really bother me though is that he had, while he's asking these questions and saying black rapper, he had one of the bestest black rappers on his shirt, which was Biggie. It just didn't. The whole setup, the whole thing.
Dog.
His code was broken.
As long as you see it,
I'm seeing it.
You know what I'm dealing with.
It's crazy.
Crazy people are around me all the time.
I don't understand how you're attracting it. What are you doing?
Dog, I get up, I go on walks. You know what I mean? Dog, oh, this is, nigga. Okay. I go on walks, right? I go on these little 10K step walks. This is about 4 or 5 miles. This is where I do my thinking, my meditating, and shit like this. I've been doing this since the pandemic, right? And one time, if I get tired of walking, I'll hop on a bird scooter and I'll just drive around. This old black dude in a Honda Accord almost hit me, and I'm like, bro. I get mad. I'm like, yo, I'm right here. And then he like raises in front of me and he's like, I'm sorry, young man. He's like, hey, let me shake your hand and apologize. It's an old black dude. I'm like, all right. So he doesn't have to do all this. And he's like, you're a good looking man. And I was like, thank you, man. He's like, you're going to be a star. Now, of course, my ego's like, hell yeah, like, give it to me. And he keeps giving me compliments. He's like, bro, you're different. Something about you's different. I had a mask on. And he's like, take off your mask. Let me see your face. I take off my mask. Let him see my face. He's like, man. And he's like, my name is Lou from New Orleans. And he has like a Louisiana accent. He's like, let me show you. I'm a man of this town. And he pulls out a USC credit union card, but it's expired. He's like, my nephew went to USC. He's like, I'm also a part of the Beverly Hills community. And he pulls out a Beverly Hills library card. All of them are like old. So this is a bad wallet with old cards. He just has fake stuff. This is the biggest NPC. But so then he's like, can I give you a hug? And I'm giving him old black guy respect. I'm like, yeah, man, we in the middle of a pandemic. So I give him like a church hug. He's like, thank you, man. He's like, let me get your number. And I'm like, no. He's like, why not? And I was like, because I don't want to talk to you. I was like, no. And I get on my scooter and I drive off. Right? I see this NPC man once a month, right? One time I'm walking to Ralph's. I see a black Honda go this way. He makes a U-turn. Like I hear the, and I'm thinking someone's spinning the block on me. So I'm like kind of nervous. He's like, hey, it's me, Lou from New Orleans. Let me get your number. And I'm like, no. He's like, fuck, man, why you acting brand new on a nigga? Give me your number, nigga. I want to call you. I'm like, no, leave me alone. So then I run.
You ran?
I ran. And then I leave. So then another time I'm in Ralph's and like this is still pandemic.
Yeah.
Everyone has on masks and there's a long line. So I go to the back of the line and then someone punches me and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then he's like, it's me, Lou from New Orleans. He always says I'm Lou from New Orleans. And I'm like, don't do that, bro. Why are you always around where I'm around? I don't know why he's doing it. So then maybe about 2 months ago, I'm jogging. Not jogging runner shorts, a little 5-inch. So I'm very vulnerable at this time. I run and I hear someone honking. Now I get catcalled a lot by women. I'm thick. I got thick thighs. So like I'm just running. Girls be hollering at me and shit. So I honk. I throw up the dude. I look, this goddamn Lou from New Orleans one more time. He starts chasing. He's like, where you running? And I'm like, oh my gosh, if he doesn't. So I had to like duck and dodge. So nigga, I'm in the post office.
I just need you to give a scope. Keith, you're what, 6'2"?
I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds, thick like a rugby player. You know what I mean?
I just need everybody to picture this man.
Lou is
ducking and dodging.
5'6". He's a svelte old black man.
Ducking and dodging somebody my size. That's hilarious.
Just thin. And I'm like, I'm thinking the whole time I'm giving him old black man respect. This nigga he's a pussy hound for my pussy. And he will not let off the gas at all. And I'm going to beat him up the next time I see him. Because I'm like, bro, why do you keep doing this to me, dog? It's so like, maybe this is the journey that I'm going on, is like feeling what women feel like on a daily basis. Because it's uncomfortable. I feel so uncomfortable. I just want to jog and go on walks and be peaceful and just be a bad bitch. But this nigga just keeps hounding me. So he honks. He's like, where you jogging? And I'm like, God damn it, bro. Had to dip again. So now my head's on a swivel. Okay, so I go to, I think UPS. It was UPS, not the post office. I'm in line. I hear old black dude. I'm like, please do not let it be Lou. I turn around. It's Lou, 4 people behind me, dog. And I'm like, this nigga is stalking me. He's stalking me, bro. I'm in line. I get my shit. I'm stalling. So like, everyone goes up. He goes up across to the other cashier. He leaves, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm like taking my time with this lady because I'm scared to go outside. This nigga waits for me, bro. This nigga waits for me. And I had like a Beverly Hills, like, what you call it, hoodie on, mm-hmm. Right? Short shorts, going on a walk. So I'm like stalling. I'm like looking at like things in UPS, like tape and shit, trying to like kill time. So maybe he'll leave. He parks out front, waits for me until I come out. So then I go out the door and then just start running. Dog, this nigga pulls up right beside me. He knew, like, I went boom, I went down the street, through some alleys, and then like came out the other side. This nigga pulls up right next to me. He's like, hey, Mr. Beverly Hills, Mr. Beverly Hills. And I just put my head down and keep, like, I just have my headphones in. I'm just like walking, Mr. Beverly Hills, Mr. Beverly Hills. And I'm like, bro. And then he just like, and now I'm trying to like record him, but he speeds off before I get to record him. Those are the NPCs I have to deal with, bro. It's Lou from New Orleans, fucking crazy guy who says I'm Nipsey Hussle, which is scary because I'm like, this nigga's gonna shoot me. And then fucking Troll Bridge lady. One time I was talking to Luke at the comedy store, or this guy at the comedy store, and I'm having a good conversation about comedy. And then Luke comes up to me, he's like, you know, you're talking to a man in a cat suit. And I look down, this nigga had on a cat suit. He had a cat tail, cat feet, just a jacket on, so I didn't see the bottom half of his outfit, but he was dressed like a cat. And I was like, bro, I gotta leave this fucking town, dog. They keep getting me.
What?
I don't know what the algorithm, whatever algorithm I'm on, somehow I fucked up somewhere and I don't know how to fix it. So that's my life, dog. 5 NPCs a day.
I feel for you.
These
dog.
people are not real talking to me.
I feel for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Well, this was a good episode. But real quick before we leave, if you could bring up that list real quick so we can run through all those people and shoot real shots this time. Because over here on the Gentleman's Weekly, we always have good outfits.
Yeah,
we always make great style choices.
I'm a fashion pioneer, man. I wore a fur coat in 2018. Niggas was hating on that, man. I wore no socks. Niggas was hating. Now, I used to wear athleisure back in 2014. What is niggas wearing now? Athleisure, bro.
Who's the first person on that list?
Hold on, let me see. I was disappointed in the nose. Omid Singh.
Omid?
My guy.
I don't like your name, so you have no style. Next person.
Valentino McCoy. My guy. We just did Earthquakes podcast, or his serious show.
That's crazy.
Man.
You hating from the side, bro?
Damn.
Can't be me.
Demi York.
Demi? What are these names, bro?
She came to Culture Court a handful of times. She's a funny comic, yeah.
She's a funny comic?
Yeah.
Has no fashion sense.
Why would she do that to
Next
me?
person.
Angela Corza, another comic. Why would you do that?
It sounds like a lot of these comics don't have any fashion sense, so they should pipe down a little bit.
Yeah. Sarah Karan, I'm disappointed in her, man.
Who is she? What's she do? What's her job?
She's like a digital creator.
So she probably wears hoodies all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should fall back as well.
I'm disappointed. Tatiana Gucci. This is my twin. This is my Asian and black twin. We dress the same.
Damn.
I'm doing this for you.
That's crazy.
I'm hurt.
Damn.
I'm hurt. Joe, our friend.
Where's his hairline at? Don't take that personal.
Take your hat off, Joe.
Take your hat off, bro.
Crystal, why you hating on me, man? What did I do?
What's Crystal do?
Not have fashion. That's what she does.
Okay, we gonna take that shot.
Laura, come on. You're the homie. Why would you do that? Olivia.
What's Laura do?
She's a comic too. Why would she do that?
Because she don't have any fashion sense.
See, I'm doing this for comics.
For comics. So you have something to look up to.
When we started comedy was bump. Like, people would dress bummy. And I came around and I was the only one dressed up in a world full of bums.
Listen,
niggas dress up.
We dress this way so when you have a show, you can go on our Instagram and you can look at our outfits and pick out your outfit. We're helping you out. Don't be coming for my man, okay?
Olivia, she lives in fucking Seoul, Korea.
She does?
Yeah, hating from across the United States.
That's
all the way.
wild.
That's a nuclear bomb.
Do they have running water over there?
Probably not.
So basically, you know what? Find something else to be upset about.
And last but not least, my guy Eric.
Eric, bro, your neck is too thick to be
what the fuck?
Your neck's too thick to be hating on people's jackets,
my
bro.
arms look small. They look like T-Rex arms, man.
All right,
I was hurt.
We can't all be Hulk, all right? So, you know, what is with him and his Bill Cosby sweaters? Don't let him bring you down, bro.
I got 12 ops. I need 12 apologies by the end of the year.
Yeah, bro. That's in 2 weeks, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my apologies.
All right. So all this and more for your fashion tips, jokes, and where we'll be next. Follow us, share, like, subscribe. This is the Gentleman's Weekly.